I'm going to spend the rest of this episode sorting out what dice I need.
Now, what have we learned from this previous episode? Well, for one, I've learned that maybe people don't want to see me build my deck for several minutes while I go back and forth between each monster and what kind of monsters did I have in my deck. You know, in retrospect, maybe all of this could have been cut out, but I didn't, because I thought it would be interesting for the viewers to think that, oh, maybe this guy knows what he's doing, and to be fair, he is, but then you forget that it might be boring to see you build your deck for several minutes. I mean, I'm looking at the footage now, it's like, what was I even thinking when I did this? I mean, I don't know why I have this voice, but apparently my deck's done, and apparently we're gonna use it. So, all this, look at me, I'm counting the dice for some reason, it's ridiculous. So, can we finally get on with the game, and maybe, what have we learned? Well, don't be stupid and think that people are gonna like you building your deck. I mean, that's all I got really, so, whatever, let's get the episode up.
Welcome back online, guys. TomoGotchi here, and welcome back to DungeonDice Monsters. We're revisiting this series because I recently found out on the YuGiOh Wikia that apparently there were a lot of monsters that were cut from this game that actually filled up a lot of sets 1, 2, 3, and 4, along with some other interesting monsters in there, and I'm like, what? There were monsters that were cut from the game? So I took a look at them and I'm like, okay, it's most of the monsters from the beginning set, which is okay. But then there's monsters like Serpent Night Dragon and Rude Kaiser and Dark Rabbit. I'm like, why did these guys get added in? It's weird, but anyway. So I looked through them all and I figured, you know what? I want to play this game again, just for old time's sake, because it was one of the first few playthroughs on this channel that I ever did. And last we left off, we actually took our time to revisit our dice pool, so we've got 2 Battle Warriors. Oh yeah, by the way, something else. No, I want Baby Dragon. I'm going to have to relearn the controls. It's been a very, very long time since I played this game. So, is it this one? Oh, okay, so it does have the effect. Okay. Because apparently there was also an Armored Lizard and a Kojikoki, I think it's called. It was a warrior, and it had the same ability. I didn't notice that before, actually, where it's like, no family pros or cons, so it's not weak to, what is it, warrior? I think it's warrior. No, I'm forgetting. It's been a long time since I played this game, so I figured, you know what, let's do a little bit more. That is the dice pool again. Gonna have to learn a lot. Okay, yes. Dominator's Holy War, 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, my Yugi, Tattoo Dude, Para, I think, or is that Docs? Panic. A man perpetually blah blah blah. Perpetually cloaked in a murky darkness, because his monsters lurk in darkness, they are extremely difficult to defeat. Well, that would be true, except I also noticed that King of Yamimakai, Reaper of the Cards, Dark Chimera, and I think Barox as well, were also meant to be in this game, but they weren't included. So the only thing he's got is Castle of Dark Illusions. Anyway, even though it's been a long time since I played this game, it's still been a long time since I played this. I haven't played this tournament specifically, so there's a tree there. Anyway, let's go with our pogo stick strategy. Tree stumps are there, so they're the obstacles. Yeah, because to be quite honest, it does make me a little sad that a lot of those monsters were caught, because amongst them was Dark Assailant, Who, if you don't know who he is, by the way, this is why Battle Warrior is so helpful, because he gives me an attack crest right off the bat. Okay, I'm learning the controls again. Because Dark Assailant, for those who don't know, is a monster that literally, it can do two things. It can move items with movement crests. So normally items cannot move once they're summoned. With Dark Assailant, you can actually make it so that they do. Which is helpful in a way, because you can basically move them to a monster. So if you've got an exploding disc, you can move that to a monster and it would explode. So even if they know what the item is, they can't pass it. So that's actually it's actually a very good monster to have. Anyway, I'm getting all the monsters at the moment. Also, there's another monster I want to mention. Do you remember Darkfire Dragon? It's actually the exact same as Battle Warrior, only it gives you a movement crest for free. Which again is helpful. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Summon Scott. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. And he's going to attack Battle Warrior because why not? Anyway, it's been a long time since I've seen these animations, so I'm going to let them go. Hello, Summon Skull. Right, so my first priority is to get rid of that, because that is going to screw me up a lot. Weird noise. Granted, if I can get my monsters on the field, it won't matter. So yeah, I saw all that and I was like, oh man, that would have been awesome. But no. Anyway, how many movement crests has Panic got? Because movement crests are the biggest commodity in this game. He's only got one, so he could move if he wanted to. Anyway. Oh, that's nice. I got Battle Warrior specifically because I wasn't getting enough attack crests. Now I'm swimming in them, because now it's movement crests. Which again, Darkfire Dragon would be so helpful in this case. It'd be like, oh yeah, just summon it, get a free crest. Because man, there's actually a lot of good monsters amongst that list. Unfortunately, I can't bring it up now because I don't want to screw up the capture. But yeah, there's like Serpent Night Dragon. There's Firewing Pegasus, which I would have liked to have seen in this game. Because I actually have Firewing Pegasus. It's one of the biggest DungeonDice monsters ever. Well, he's not doing too much damage, so I think I might actually... Oh wait, what am I doing? I've got enough. I've got enough attack crest. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of me grabbing... That was the whole point of summoning those Battle Warriors. Anyway, yes. I could destroy Summon Skull if I so desired. Let's see if I can. I don't think there's anything that... Because that obstacle's in the way, so it's not going to give me that much of a leeway. I can give him monsters to attack. So cannon is there. Oh yeah, another thing I want to mention too. Urubi is not in this game, but I had to use him as one of the title cards for an episode. Wait, hold up. I mean he was trying, so I don't think he had enough crests. We'll find out now. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that would have been 4. Yeah, you could have. I mean, I'll put up some text and look back at the footage. Could the guy have defeated my Mystic Swordsman? Yes or no? I'll find out later, apparently. So anyway, we defeated Panic. Whee! And we get another Castle of Dark Illusions. I know it says magic, but really it is the Castle of Dark Illusions. Anyway, oh yeah, there was plenty of other... Apparently, Chemo. Oh, Chemo. A harsh, cold-blooded man who had once infiltrated the Kyber Corporation as an industrial spy. Attention, duelists! My reputation will be sullied if I let a weak player get by me. I'll simply have to crush you here. Ha 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 ha! Because I also found out another interesting monster that was cut, which I would have loved to have seen. Apparently, Launcher Spider was supposed to be in this game. That monster had the ability to move items as well. Like it's basically Dark Assailant, but it's also a dark monster. That would have been awesome. Anyway, I think he summoned an item. I don't. What did he summon? Wasn't paying attention, and I should be paying attention. I know that. Okay. Baby dragon. So yeah, there's a lot of monsters. I would like to spend some time and just read all of these monsters, because they obviously borrow from their real life counterparts, but there's like one or two. Oh yeah, I was saying before about Urubi. Urubi is not in this game, but I had to use him as a title card because I didn't know what else to use. I couldn't grab Crocosaurus, so I used that as one of the title cards. But apparently Urubi was one of the monsters that got cut. And again, I would have liked to have seen that. And I'm like, in place of the monsters that we see now, like Shadow Spectre. Like, why were these monsters cut? Most of them are vanilla monsters too, so it wouldn't have been that hard. Oh wait, they would have then had to add additional sprites to the battle animations. Okay, so there's kind of a reason. Still, I would love... And I might have said this before, but I'll say it again anyway if I have. I would love to see a sequel to this game. And I would love, or at the very least, I would love for someone to attempt to recreate this game, but with the monsters that were cut. Like finish, because the code is there, and they've got like the menus for some of them, and it shows like what their abilities would have been, but it doesn't. What it doesn't show. Oh, hello. I can bypass all that altogether. Ha 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 ha. Oh, and I can attack flying monsters as well. This is why Battle Warrior is just that helpful. So yeah, just for someone to get into the code and be like, okay, we're gonna finish up these monsters now. We're gonna finish their sprites and we're gonna add them into the game and add more variety. Because I gotta admit, a lot of these monsters don't really add. A lot of them are vanilla monsters. So really just pick your favorites and go. That's what this game wants you to do, and I know there's some people out there who don't really want to do that, which is understandable. No, hang on. It's that obstacle in the way though. If it wasn't for that obstacle. No, I can't do it. It's because of the obstacle, so might as well block you. I've got many attack crests anyway, so I might as well attack you. Attack this. It's been a while. I've even lost count of who I've given spotlights to. I know Beautiful Headhuntress was one of them. Ah! So yeah, there was a lot of monsters. I would have loved to have seen them in this game. It also kind of explains why some duelists, like some of the main duelists, don't have all of their signature monsters like they should. For example, like I said, Urubi was cut from this game, right? But there was like a whole bunch of monsters that Rex Raptor would have used. Like Sword Arm of Dragon and Serpent Knight Dragon. Like Bandit Keith would have had more machine monsters. Or at least, well, dark monsters really. Because machines are essentially dark monsters. Anyway, Battle Warrior is very close to getting in there. Nice. Now he can get in there. I'm not bothering with that item because there's no point. Can I move elsewhere? Why not? Woot! Yeah, just roll them dice. So it's really interesting. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm going around in circles and everything, but it's just like, just today, just seeing all of these monsters that could have been in this game, I like think back and think like what it would have looked like if they were in the game. I would have been like, I would have so liked to have seen these monsters. That Battle Ox was completely useless. You could have had the same effect by summoning him in the other side of your Die Master. Like here. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You've lost because you're an idiot. Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts, which I have anyway. I remember having that. My Valentine. That's another monster that was cut. Harpy's Pen. This entire episode is just me talking about the various monsters that were cut. Anyway, Para, the older of the twin. Yeah. Oh, and that's another Labyrinth. Labyrinth Tank is another one that got cut. If it's summoned, it destroys all flying type monsters. Then there's Labyrinth Wall, which basically is a monster that cannot be passed even by flying monsters. It's like, why leave these monsters out? The game would have been so much more enjoyable. I mean, granted, I like this game as it is now, but it could have been so much better if they included these monsters. So that's why I'm like, I so would love to see a sequel to this game made. I so would. Even if I always thought if they made a sequel, like, they would add monsters from other eras too. Like, they would have added Stardust Dragon and the like. Anyway, Pogo Stick Strategy ahoy. Do, 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 do. Dup, 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 dup. I know, I'm getting like this. It's just, oh boy. Sanga of the Thunder. Who, by the way, is actually one of the few monsters that actually does use trap crests in this game. Which is another reason why I don't like the fact that these monsters were cut. The fact that these monsters were cut, and yet what we're left with, not many monsters have abilities. And most of the opponents don't even use the ones that do, so... Anyway, that is an item. And he did the clever thing. That's actually a very recommendable strategy there, to just cut off all ties to your Die Master, because there's 3 sides you can attack it from. There's this side, and there's this side. So blocking these 2 areas here, or if you'd summoned it here, just block this and this. That's actually one of the biggest strategies to have. Oh, and another thing, I just can't get this out of my head. This is why I wanted to play this game. It's so fresh in my mind, and I'm like, you know what, let's do this. Apparently there's code for the Die Master itself, and it's treated as Monster Zero. Actually, I kind of don't want to... Okay, that might actually work. So the Pogo Stick strategy isn't going to help me none. At least I got enough attack crests. So yeah, the Die Master itself has a status screen. In fact, I don't know if it does now. It might. Let's use you. Anyway, if I summon one more monster, I'll be connected. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to use Mystic Horseman. Yeah, there we go. Complete. Right. Anyway. No. That is... Okay, that's a shot. Okay, I've learned a thing. Okay, it's this button here. No! No! That doesn't work. Because apparently there is a status screen for the Die Master itself. Which would have been interesting to see. Why was all this cut? They could have totally done that. Actually, I don't need to panic anymore. I think I can just go straight in for the kill. Shooby-doo. Dap. Oh, Labyrinth. I mean, so much. This game... I can't help it. I can't help it, guys. I'm just talking all day about these various monsters that got cut. This is why I like DungeonDice monsters personally. It's just like, it's just that extra layer of depth. Oh, I've got Zoa. I don't think I have that. Anyway, my Valentine. Also, yeah, another monster that was cut. Harpy's pet dragon. Harpy's pet dragon. Anyway, let's see if I can move in on my... I mean, are you kidding? Harpy's pet dragon is one of my best monsters. You couldn't have had that in there? There's like an entire list here. Anyway, let's see if I can get her with the poker stick strategy. She hasn't summoned anything yet, and I'm not summoning anything now, so... Oh. Okay. Don't summon the Harpy's pet... The Harpy's... Not... I've got Harpy's pet dragon on the brain now. It's like, oh, that would have been so awesome. But yeah, you had Harpy Lady Sisters. You could have summoned that. That's like one of your best monsters. You're like, nope, Gemini Elf. And more attack crests, because why not? Anyway, I can't block you off, but I can intercept you. Items. No idea what they're going to be. But you're trying to block me off from having a direct path. That's actually a clever strategy. I am not summoning Jellyfish because she has way too many beast monsters. But I can play Energy Disc. That'll work. She can't go forward no more. Right, any movement crests? No. I can get from his right. That's a lot of trap crests that you don't need. That's another thing too that I've learned. Not counting the monsters that were cut. There are a total of 5 monsters that use trap crests. 5. And trap crests are so plentiful in this game. It's strange. And you're avoiding Gemini Elf again? Hang on, do the Harpy Lady Sisters know flying? Because if they don't, I'll be like, okay, I see where you're going there. But if that's like the advantage to some of blah blah blah. That's like a big advantage for the Harpies is the fact that they can fly over monsters. And the original destroys tunneling monsters, so it's like, what? Anyway, I'm close to her heart points. I might actually be able to finish this tournament before the episode ends. She is tight on those items. Okay, that is a smart move, because now I can't pass her. Anyway, let's have a look. Whoa! 40. Okay, it's a level 3, but still. Oh, I think I can defeat this because it's only got 10 HP. That's a lot of attack points, though. I'll give her that. Oh yeah, Dragon is good against Dark, which means Warrior is good against Dragon. That's where I got confused earlier. Anyway, just 2 more movement crests and I can get this show on the road. She absolutely, unless she summons a monster from the side as well, which she can't at the moment, so there you go. Come on, give me a monster. 1 more monster. Yes! Wait, I didn't need monster. Oh, then again. Then again, I've got an idea. There we go. See? Yoronzo is always helpful. Granted, it's only used the once, but it's better this way. And I can block her there. Right, movement crest is what we need. Again, Darkfire Dragon would be so helpful in this deck. If it existed. Anyway, I'm going to skip the dimension here because I'm actually very close to defeating her. So Yoronzo attacks. It doesn't matter what she attacks. She's dead. So we completed a tournament. And in 1 episode too. So that's actually helpful. See? Harpy Lady. I have no tunneling monsters, so her effect is useless. She doesn't even try to defend. Okay, that's whatever. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, wow, that's a lot of movement crests. But don't worry. I got ya. Boom! I win! Another beautiful headhuntress. So that's another tournament done. I'm going to see if I can do anything in Grandpa's shop real quick. Let's get rid of you. It's only 20G, but every penny counts in this game. Right, that's a great way to end it off. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll play more, I guess. I want to have a closer look at the cut monsters first, because wow, that's the only reason I came back for this. It's like I wanted to talk about the monsters that were cut. But until next time, guys, this is TomoGotchi signing off. Click, click. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click, click, click. TomoGotchi.